Greetings and hello, hello, hello. The Viberarian is in. My name is Joelle, and I am here to elevate, enlighten, and empower. And this is my first time doing this, so we're going to see how this goes. I am streaming live, but I also have my phone line open. So I am ready to take calls, answer questions, chat, just in general, and I will be here from 1 to 3. So we're just going to hang out together and see how this goes. If you have a question, is there something you're curious about? Have you experienced something unusual and you want to chat about it in a safe space? Definitely give us a call. Let me see if I can put the phone number up down here. Yes, okay. 646-787-8436. Now I'm going to have to switch back and forth here in my little studio and in order to make this happen. So let's see here. I know that we do have my moderator on the phone, so I'm going to test this and bring her on and see if we are able to hear. All right. Hello, hello. You're on Ask the Viberarian.
Hello?
I can hear you. Yay. Okay, I don't know if our other moderator is going to be able to tell us if we're getting any feedback, but I think the sound is pretty clear. Thank you. Guba, Tanya, moderator, you'll be talking with her on the phones as the lines get busy. So I'm looking forward to this, Tanya. This is going to be an interesting experience. I think it's the time delay. All right, she says happy Sunday. I'm going to put her back on the show line here. All right, and then let me check my chat. Oh, she had reverb and double talk on her end because she was listening. So when you call in, you're going to have to mute your computer. If you're a caller, mute your computer so that you can talk on the phone. So I'm not hearing any reverb. Are you still getting reverb now? Huh. Okay, hold on 1 second here. Let's see. Okay, so at this point, you're hearing the words twice. Once through the live stream and then through the phone, or on the phone, you're hearing it twice. I'll need to check my settings. So thank you, everyone, for your patience. All right, let's see here. Okay, she dropped from the phone line. So if you just let me know if you are hearing me through YouTube twice, I will just continue to watch my studio line. And if anyone calls in, then we'll just try to pop you back on again. All right, this was the test talk. Okay, no reverb. So we need like a neutral third party. Another caller. So if a mother moderator could call in. I know this is a mess. I promise I'll timestamp like when we get to the part, but I'm just going to be here for 2 hours. So, it doesn't matter. This is not a time thing. The reference desk is open. You could just bring your questions or comments. Okay, I don't know what that emoji is. I hope it's an okay heart emoji. All right. So now let me look in the studio and see if we have any calls. Well, I definitely know I can't call myself because it would be total reverb. So I don't know what y'all want to talk about. What is in the current energies in the collective? If you have any questions about anything, I've got here a couple books that I'm reading. I've got cards near. So anything and everything is on the table. I just, my personal current, what I'm looking at and the things that I'm seeing. I've been watching a few episodes of the Jeff Mara podcast. I find him very entertaining and a good interviewer, and he has amazing guests on. So I've tapped into a couple of his, and also Next Level Soul, Alex over there. I've listened to his recently. I love things that talk about people's experiences that are away from our normal life. Like if you're talking about you had a near-death experience, things leading up to that are already pretty traumatic and fascinating to see how a person even comes to have died. But then to have them talk and to see the energy of like what is in themselves as they're talking about what they experienced from the beyond is just truly fascinating to me, you know. And I love that we get a chance to hear about these things now because of the sharing that things like YouTube and stuff give us, right? So that's why I tap into those. They're like mini documentaries in a way, but of fascinating subjects that you would never even think about. So one of the videos I was listening to was from somebody who was telling about encounters with animals, not Sasquatches, but other non-human, non-regular animal things out in the wild. So there's this whole genre of weird encounters narratives that you can go down the rabbit hole in that, where they're talking about they've, you know, seen aliens walking in the woods or Sasquatch, or I mean, it's just fascinating to see all this stuff bubbling out. And of course, some of it is link bait, clickbait, or whatever, repurposing and not even really telling stuff. But others of it is like, how would we have ever known about this if we did not have a way to share and connect? Our circle of awareness was so much more limited like 20, 30 years ago. So we had to, you know, subscribe to magazines about strange mysteries and pick up inquirers from the newsstands to be able to talk about all this stuff. But now we can listen to anyone's 5-minute rundown of their encounter in the parking lot, right? So I think Jeff Mara's latest podcast, I haven't watched, but it says something about I partied with a reptilian or something like that. So I'm sure it's going to be like a really wild situation. So let me check the phone. Thank you, everyone who's chatting. Hey, Jenny. Hello. Hello. Hey, Jackie. Wonderful, everyone, to see you. The phone lines are open. 646-787-8436. So if anyone wants to say anything, have a question, I'm putting up chat here. All right. So like Tanya says, let's talk about current energy changes. Now, I can say I don't know anything about the current energy changes in terms of, I know we're out of Mercury retrograde shadow. Hey, Jenny from the block. I know we're out of Mercury retrograde shadow, which is good. And I know there's an eclipse coming up on the 18th, which I'm sure is also quite, it's going to be transformative because there's no way an eclipse cannot be transformative, because things are changed from their usual perspectives. Our view is eclipsed, something blocks or is revealed. So I know that that's going to be coming up, right? Um, it's like we're always under some influence and some opportunity to grow. The number is 646-787-8436. So, okay, so you asked, how do I feel? Let me tell you, in terms of what I feel about the current energies in my life, is I'm very activated and excited. For one, as you can see, this is part of the things that I am excited about, because I want to continue to have conversations and expand my connections with people. And I'm always talking anyway, so this is an opportunity for me to just continue to do what I love. And I feel this sense of anticipation, but I feel a calmness that I didn't feel a couple weeks ago. A couple weeks ago, I was feeling very drained, like I couldn't have done anything if I even wanted to, and I felt like I was needing to gather strength, but I had a great deal of optimism about when I could get to this point now, like say after Labor Day. So it's also my 12th house as a Libra. It's like time for cleaning up stuff, and it's like New Year's is coming up. So I feel this sense of anticipation about what my new solar return, fall as the weather starts to change. This is my happy place, right? So it's like I still feel a sense of anticipation, but I don't feel like I just feel like this is going to be getting better and better and better, like a long-term anticipation. Let me see if we've been able to get, okay, we've got a caller. Let's see. It might be a little lag. I'm going to watch the chat here to make sure and see if we have any kind of, okay, hello, you're on Ask the Viberarian. Hello, is this Jenny? Hey, thank you for calling.
Hey, what's good?
What's great with you? What are you feeling in the current energies?
I was feeling kind of what you were talking about just now, like about a week or two ago, but I'm feeling a shift, and I'm working with this company, and I'm not sure if I want to keep working with this company, so I'm kind of like in limbo in my emotions with that. So
okay,
that's kind of where I'm at. Yeah.
Okay, so do you want me to pull some cards or something to see what the energies are around there? Okay,
yeah,
wonderful. Let's see what tarot says in terms of your energy state. So I only connect with the energies of love and light when I read cards and deliver guidance. So anything that comes through me is for the best and highest good of all.
Awesome.
All right, so let's see what, I'm going to do like a 3-card and see just what the current energy snapshot is related to your material situation and manifestation. All right? Okay.
All right.
Yeah, so you're 3, you don't have good expectations really about it, because it shows like you're, it's like a contesting. This is not necessarily positive energy that you're wrestling with. I don't see like a happiness factor. I feel like there's boundary challenges and maybe ego happening in the dynamic. And the outcome of what's going to come back, it just doesn't look like it's as boosted as it could be. So you have like, opportunities here to do something maybe different outside of dealing. It just shows a lot of contesting energy in your situation.
Yeah, that's what it's been feeling like. So I'm just like, I'm invested time-wise, you know, and I'm still learning stuff in the process, but I'm just feeling, I just feel like it's a lot of stuff I don't deal with, you know, like, yeah.
Yeah, like even looking at this, like you look at this energy, it's like the ultimate like defensive battle of energy, you know, and it's like if you're having to, in your masculine self, if you're having to engage in protecting the ideas and the seeds of creation that your feminine self has brought forward constantly, you don't want to have to like exist in a place where there's, and that this is like coming at you, right? It's not like energy that you're working with, wielding to do more things with your creative ideas and projects. You know what I mean? So you're needing to, I would not want to recreate a constant energy cycle like that. I want to go where the things that I decide to birth creatively, my gifts, my expressions, the things that I have, where they're received, nurtured, contributed to, right? That's what you want to vibrate with. Like, so you can do that energetically and not tactically. Because energetically, you can shift yourself and then magnetize to you a different dynamic.
Yeah,
like,
that's kind of what I'm trying to
feel. Huh?
That's kind of what I'm trying to figure out if it's because I feel, what's the right way for me to say this? If I feel the way that they're handling things aren't the way that I would handle things in their situation, is it magnifying it by being kind of stuck on that? Should I put more love and light towards it and let it go? Like, or is it just not the right place for me to be at all? You know, like, it's kind of where I'm at.
Well, what I'm seeing in these energies that showed up was not somewhere I personally would not want to be. Because it's showing the energies are going to things that are not the actual seeding of the creation. They're dealing with the environment. So environmental kind of dynamic. I want to go where the environment is smooth and supportive.
Right.
And then these energies would show up differently. Because they would be coming into the building of the structures. You'd be seeing it in the pentacle manifestation. All we're seeing here is energies tossing back and forth to not their fullest benefit. And in somewhat of a stressful way.
Yeah.
So thank you, Tanya. Reminded me, we met you in June, right?
Yeah, the expo.
The Peace of Mind Expo. And you had the cute little outfit on, right?
I did.
Yes. I will tell you that I think I've seen a version of that in the closet of my bestie over there.
She said she was going to get one, and I'm still waiting for a picture.
Yes, she did get one. Yes, she did. It is too cute. Now, I said, now, if you can find that little jacket. But we're going to be back at the Peace of Mind Expo in December.
Awesome.
Yeah, let me see.
Well,
I want to see, hold on, let me see what other guidance wants to come in about, like, changing to move to what can assist you in moving yourself out of this contest into, oh yeah, she said she got the pink and the yellow. Oh my goodness. See, good vibes pass on. Cute clothes too, right?
Yes.
Okay, let
Yes.
me see here. I am trying to figure out what can I find to, let me tap in with spirit here. Okay. This life navigator, let's see how to move yourself into a dynamic where the energies that I see here become beneficial instead of a waste. Does that sound reasonable?
Yes.
What? Give me a 1, 2, or 3.
3.
Okay. Ooh, okay. I say ooh because it's such a beautiful card. Okay, the first thing, share your dreams. Okay, now look at the difference between this masculine aspect and feminine aspect and this masculine and feminine aspect, right? This is a nurturing, protective male. This is the kind of energy you want your masculine self to have to do. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You don't want him to have to, you don't want your masculine aspect to have to do this all the time.
Right.
And if there's something in you that has decided that that's the way that the business world or it is, you know what I'm saying? Like examine that to shift it. And the share your dreams says share your dreams and don't be afraid to share your heart too. The more you love, didn't you ask about if you were just supposed to send love? The more you love, the bigger your heart gets and the more joy can flow through its chambers. And the second card you got, ignite your life. And this one, okay, hand holding. So like this to me says the flames and all, it's always Ace of Wands energy. It's like what we do with ourselves, right? It's all the flame, the fire, the activity, what we ignite. It's the combustion of material that creates something else that's manifested, right? So this is Ace of Wands to me, which is when the Creator gives you an energetic boost to go do something that you just thought of. That's this whole struggle wand. Those are developmental phases of what you might happen when you take your idea to fruition, but you don't like have to dwell in those dynamics except for the transition that phase brings, right? We can't skip challenge and struggle and boundary management and act like it's okay, but we can, you know what I'm saying? Like we don't have to mire ourselves into a dynamic overly long. We can learn the lesson and keep it pushing. But it's like with confidence and loving mindfulness, you create amazing changes for yourself and all those around you. So if you're also a vibrational catalyst where you're going to turn the swords into plowshares kind of thing, from the inside out, because you are like being that lovey presence in response to the energy. But you know, the energy that started out, I love this deck and I love that they had me use it. 3 of Wands in this case, she's like an intrepid explorer. You know, 3 of Wands is like you've sent your energy out and now it's just a matter of waiting. It's going to return back to you. You put effort. But it was in reverse, you know. So it's like, you know, not having like a great optimism about what's going to come back. Maybe you're like, oh, I already calculated that I might lose a couple of my ships before they come back, but it'll, you know, that's kind of that whole less than optimal return of energy would be, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you got, again, you had the boundaries, fighting, and then this card is like everybody was kung fu fighting. But it was also reversed, so you know it can be like disengaging from all this.
From that.
Yeah, look at everybody's like, no, mine, I'm at the top. No, you know that's why I said you don't wanna.
Yeah, that's not my vibe at all.
Yeah, it's not a good little combination to be existing in. I wouldn't think it would be fun every day. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Now, okay, let's see here.
Yeah.
So it's like the gift that's in you, that's ignited, that's in you, is meant to serve you joyfully and then serve the world. So, like, I think I don't know if I shared this with you before or not, but you know, my manifestational exercise is to feel my perfect day, like how I feel when I interact with the people that I'm in the work production place with. You know, I'm very careful because I don't want to manifest a job, right? So I have to allow spirit to fit the details to my energetic story and surprise me, right? So it's going to be like I'm doing the energy, and as long as it's a frequency match, I don't necessarily worry about what I'm doing, you know, or who I'm doing it with. But it took it did take several years for me to change the Titanic, like 5 years, right? For me to move my flow incrementally out of the old transaction into the new. So again, that's that changing the energy can take longer. Okay, Spirit, it can take longer than anticipated for us to move into the flow aligned state on levels.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, right?
It does. I've done it before in previous transitions, just never, like when I used to work a job and then, you know, that one wasn't good, and then I deliberately created a better feeling space and then went and worked for them. But I've never done it from the entrepreneurial space, I guess. So it's a little bit different, maybe in my mind, or maybe I'm just assigning a different meaning to it than what it is. So there's that.
I'll say, is your mind assigning meaning, or is your feeling state calling for? So, like, the reason I say that is because my mind is always searching. Okay, yes. Okay, so 7 of Cups was in this, right? My mind is always trying to quantify, qualify, process, understand. But some of the flow state stuff, I just can't let the mind enter into the transaction too much. Because as soon as I start to try to rationalize it, then I move out of the miracle zone. Because miracles happen because they blow our mind, right? Miracles are mind blowing. Yeah. That's why we're like, oh, right? But when we're
you just hit it. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm a Libra too, so you know that air sign wanting to assign a reason to something is very much part of my, you know, right? Like, I hear you, but my first response is to immediately plan, process, strategize, look at all the opportunities, and it's like Spirit's like, let me come out of left field. So now I'm in a place where I never could have imagined, but again, that 5-year incremental change where I finally got to a dynamic where it's what I thought it would feel like, only it feels even better, which is why it gets easier to get better flow, because it feels better than what I thought it was going to feel at every level.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
love it.
Because as an entrepreneur, you know how it feels to like really believe in something and like, and it doesn't even have to be entrepreneurial, but there's a lot of investment when we're in the entrepreneur space, right? Because we are putting our dollars, our dimes, we're taking a risk, we're removing the constancy of our root chakra in order to plant something. We're uprooting our economic root chakra. So that's a big deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a big trust exercise already.
Yeah, which is why I think it's, in my mind, it's, I guess it's, I haven't sat in the space that I have from this perspective and manifested the next thing, so that's why I was saying maybe I'm just thinking it's something different when really I just need to go back to the basics of what, like you said, what does my ideal day look like? Because that's how I manifested the better jobs before, like the better opportunities before. So, there's no difference. It just feels different because I'm sitting in a different space. Yeah. But it's the same energetically. It's the same thing. Yeah. Yeah. So, that's really awesome.
I am very glad that you called, and I hope to see you in December. At least walk by the booth and say hello. Bring your bestie too. I haven't forgot about her either. Now, do you want to share your business to the world of people listening?
Oh, yes, livingartistry.org. I'm an alignment designer. I help people align their spaces with their emotional desires of how they want to live, and I help them remove physical blockages that are keeping them stagnant from progressing. So, also known as a professional organizer. But that's how I feel when I do it. So.
Yes, I forgot about your organizer stuff.
Yes.
Too. Yes, I'm definitely going to reach out, and if you would, or anyone listening, if you have something, email me at theviberarian@gmail.com, because I would like to talk further about that, because I'm having several events coming up. One of the things that I'm just launching also is the Elevate 2024 Summit. It's a 2-day virtual summit, first weekend in November, and we're having speakers, and they're going to talk about things like what you just talked about. So I would love to talk to you about being a speaker at a future summit event as well. And so we're going to interview and share time with people who have launched successful businesses that are operating in different space. I know we're going to have Dawn Brunson, who is the owner of Holistic Health and Wellness here in Marietta, Georgia, and she's going to share with us about her journey into launching her retail establishment and holistic business.
Awesome.
Yeah, and so like you sound like you're really aligned with that in terms of your helping people process. So I'm glad you called in today. I'm going to try to do this several times a month, pop on my light and just be here to have conversation with people. So spread the word, and I hope you come back. I do see I have another caller.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you so much. We'll be in touch.
Oh, thank you, Jenny. Thank you. Take care. All right. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Yes, Jenny is an organizational genius. Yeah, we did pick that up, didn't we? And great energy with a cute sense of style. Okay. All right, so I've got another caller on. Thank you for calling Ask the Viberarian. Who's this?
Hi, this is Jackie.
Hi, Jackie. Hi. Thank you for calling. Yes, my core team of besties and supporters. Thank you so much for showing up, Jackie. How are you today?
Oh, I am doing well. And I wanted to, I guess, kind of go a little bit further in something that we'd already been discussing. You know, lately there's been a lot of conversation around ancestors and how we can tap into ancestral energy. Can you talk about that and how it can be beneficial for everyday life?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. So I will share that I am kind of new to ancestor stuff, right? So when I see a lot of the conversation on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, some of it is a lot deeper than what I do. But after my time in Mexico, when I was at like Dia de los Muertos and saw how they would, and what was the movie? Coco Loco or something, like when we watched that movie, how they were bringing in like the candle with the picture of the loved one. Like I realized that it was just in my upbringing, I'd not been exposed to it in a kind of ritual way, although there were family pictures around, of course, and heirloom furniture, but nothing like a constant like bringing and Stacy says she can only hear me. She can't hear Jackie. Can you confirm that? Because it's supposed to be sharing. If my moderator could confirm here. We just pause before I go down the rabbit hole here.
Yeah, on the first call, I couldn't hear what the caller was saying either, but I thought it was just my self.
No,
and
that's
I was only
unfortunate.
I was only able to hear once I got on hold for being on the, being the next caller.
Okay, I'm sorry, everyone. I thought that you were hearing Jenny when she was talking. And so I'm going to have to, let me look here to see what is happening. Oh, okay, yes. I did not know that it was only in my ear. Oh, you couldn't hear Jackie either. Okay, hold on. Let me see how I can fix this. Let us see what we can do. I don't think I can fix it, but thank you, everyone. This was my first day. So I'm just sitting here talking to the voices in my head and my guests, and nobody knows what she's saying. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to take that segment off my blog talk, and I will put the overlay on this video. So for now, for the rest of this show, I'm going to go ahead and disconnect my blog talk studio because it is not working.